In this episode, we're going to look at the story In the Mountains. Okay, so welcome back, and we're continuing in our book here in Jamaica, where I live. And in the previous episode, we looked at the fact that Jamaica is known as the land of wood and water. I hope you did the quiz, and I'm wondering how many questions were you able to get right? Well, you can check in the description box below for the link to that quiz. And want to know now, what do you know about mountains? How would you describe them? How do people use the resources that are found in a mountain? These are some of the important questions that we're going to seek to answer in the quiz which will follow this particular episode. So let's get right into it. In the mountains. Sam always behaved as if he were a know-it-all. If teacher was introducing a new topic to the class, he would say, "I know all about that." Then the children would say, "You always know everything. You can't know everything. You just can't know everything." The teacher wanted to take them up into the mountains. They talked about the mountains. The teacher told them they would see a lot of trees there. What do we call, a lot of trees in a particular area, in the mountains? What word could we use for that? The trees are big and tall. They are not like those in Kingston, the teacher said. "We have big trees here too," said Mary. "But they are not like the trees in the mountains. It is cool in the mountains, and some of the tall, thin trees are called pines. Now, pines grow better where it is cool," said Mr. Smith. So now Sam said, "I know all about trees in the mountains." "Have you ever gone to the mountains, Sam?" asked Mr. Smith. So before we go, here we have the class. Teacher has on the board here trees and forest. Here we have the children looking around as they have the discussion about the forest and trees. "No, sir, but my uncle lives in the country, and when I went to stay with him, I saw a lot of trees." "Where he lives is hot, just like here," said the teacher. "Those trees are not like the ones in the mountains." But as soon as he went outside, Sam told the children, "I know all about trees. You are not used to the country like me." Soon it was time for the trip to the mountains. The children took their lunches with them. They went on a bus. On the way, they saw some trees like the ones at school, but soon they saw trees they had never seen before. These trees were tall and thin, growing way up into the sky. Sam had never seen trees like these. But still he said, "I know these trees. I told you I would know them." After a time, they stopped for lunch. They sat on rocks under the trees. "Can we go for a walk?" asked Mary. "Yes, but do not go far," said their teacher. "These trees all look the same. You may not know how to come back." Sam said, "I will know, man." And off they went. So here we have the children having lunch. They're sitting here. One child is drinking something and they're having the discussion about their environment, their mountain environment. The children walked a little but came back quickly. Soon it was time to go. So here we have the children walking. This one is way ahead of them. But where was Sam? Sam had gone too far. Oh, well, maybe this is Sam then. He wanted to show them that he was better than everybody. When he wanted to turn back, he did not know where to go. He turned around and around, but all the trees looked the same. Then he saw something like a cloud coming. It looked as if the cloud was on the ground. Soon the white cloud was all around him. He could not see the trees very well. So what do we call this cloud that is low to the ground? He was afraid. He called out, but he did not know if anyone could hear him. The children heard him calling, but they did not know where he was. Sam was lucky. The driver of the bus was familiar with the mountains. He soon got to the place where Sam was. He took him back to the others. Mr. Smith said, "Sam, I told you not to go far." The trees were all the same. Then there was a big cloud all around, Sam said. I could not see. So here we have the picture of Sam calling out. I guess he was saying hello or help. So in this picture, we have Sam talking with the bus driver who came to look for him. "That is fog," said the teacher. "It looks like a cloud, and we see it in the mountains." The children wanted to laugh, but they could see that Sam was going to cry. "Well," said Mr. Smith, "I'm sure you will know better after this." On the way home, the children were very happy. They were all singing. Sam was very quiet. I wonder why he was very quiet. The children were sure that Sam would not be such a know-it-all again. There were some things Sam did not know. So here we have Sam, here we have all the other children, they are singing. Okay, poor Sam. So what can we get from this story? How can we apply these principles to our lives? Think about it. Do we know everything? Apart from the moral, what have we learned about mountains? And how can people use the resources that are in the mountains? So I'm going to leave a quiz in the description box below. Try out that quiz. See how many of those questions you can get right. Take care, and I'll see you in the next episode.